All right. Hi, Glenn Hoffman.
David Van Ness.
David. So, this is a barrel of fun. This game is amazing, but of course the game we're talking about is
Jim Henson's Labyrinth.
Jim Henson's Labyrinth, with a great view of David Bowie, which just adds to the whole magic. So how in the world, when you were going, okay, I'm going to start a pinball company, how about,
well, it didn't
let's
actually,
do Labyrinth?
So it actually didn't start the way. So I had a bunch of downtime because I was just with COVID happening. It was one of those things of, I needed to change what I was going to do. So sitting around, because I did a lot of licensing and stuff like that. So I had a lot of licensors approach me saying, hey, we have an IP that will be good for pinball. What do you think you can do? I'm like, well, I don't work in the pinball anymore, but let's go. I know other people and other companies. Let's see what I can, I'm happy to pass you on to someone else.
Okay.
And my friend, who is now my partner, Brian Savage over there.
We met Brian yesterday.
Yep. And he was like, dude, why aren't you doing it yourself? I'm like, dude, pinball's hard, it's expensive, and it's stupid. And I kept getting calls, and it was basically, he goes, well, David, why aren't you doing it? I'm like, dude, it's hard. It's not easy. And so I said, you know what? I'm going to get you to be quiet now. I'm going to do a 10-year business plan, and I'll show you how this won't work. And because we're in Houston, Texas, which is a large manufacturing city, it was one when we were looking at the numbers and everything else, like, hey, this could work. This really could work. So we was like, well, why don't we do it? Let's go ahead and do that. And that's what we did. And Labyrinth, I've been a huge fan of that as a child, when I was a child. And what happened was, when I was talking to the Henson company, it was like we were talking about different IPs and that. And the more I looked at the Labyrinth IP, it really lent itself to pinball rules. It wasn't just about the Muppets and everything. It was a combination of absolutely everything. And that was what's exciting about it. This was an opportunity. When I was a little kid, I was always frustrated with Sarah because she would always choose down. Like, she fell in a hole. Do you want to go up or down? As a kid, I was like, you go up because you don't want to keep falling. And she chose down. So that movie to me was always like, I wanted to do the opposite of her. And that's basically when I had the opportunity to get this license. It's like, this is a great opportunity for you to be in the world of Labyrinth, but it doesn't have to be a linear story. It can be your own experience. This is actually like a world under glass that you get to experience. And that's where the basis came from. It's like there was a great opportunity to work with the Henson Company and the Bowie estate to create something that we think is really, really special.
Well, and that's what I think is also unique about this game. I mean, there's a lot of unique things about this game, but you were able to bring the equivalent of a rock band in many ways by bringing in David Bowie, but then also be part of the Jim Henson movie world and stuff like that. Did that present any major difficulties where you were bringing in both fields like that?
No, it's like when we approached them, we were talking about it, we approached them how we wanted this to be the player's own experience, an opportunity for people to experience this world. And once they saw the concept and the ideas and the team behind it, they were like, I mean, how can we not do this?
Right.
And and it's taken a long time to get here, and they've been very, patient with us, and here we are. We have a fantastic game.
So you said it took a long time. What has been the process? I mean, from when we first started going, all right, we're really going to do this,
it was
now?
2.5 years of like, okay, we need to really kick this up to the next level. And that's where it came down to, because you remember, it was just me doing my own little thing, figuring out the business plan and doing that. And then it's like, okay, well, if we're going to do this, what is the market missing? How do we position ourselves? Because you just can't come into a market and go, oh, here we are, look, give us some money and we'll make this game. We looked at the whole landscape and it was like, what is the industry really looking for? What is the consumers and the collectors looking for? And as collectors, Brian and me as collectors, we missed the times when no one knew what machine was coming out. So on Tuesday, when Stern would drop a title, it was a fantastic day. Everyone got together, everyone spoke and talked about the game, discussed the good and the bad, why you're excited. We really missed that, right? And like, there's always been arguments like, oh, you should get the Pro or the Premium or the LE. And we felt like the market was very fractured. So we thought, well, why don't we make a premium product and only make one model? That way people know what they're getting. There's no if and buts. If you want to have an accessory like the topper or an alternative translight or a shooter rod, you can get those, but it's not a part of the gameplay.
Right.
Well, actually the topper is. So the topper has its own custom callouts. So it's going to heckle you if you're doing good, and it's going to help you when you're doing bad. So those callouts are purely dedicated to the topper. So if you don't have the topper, you won't get as much heckling from the 3 goblins on top.
I'll tell you, we were talking a little bit yesterday to Bowen, and he was showing us some of the things that he's put into the game and things he's looking in other phrases. And there's some tremendous things that are going on here. And then we had a chance to talk a little bit, for the people familiar with the movie, you tackled the Bog of Eternal Stench, and you did something really unique with the Bog of Eternal Stench.
Well, the whole point of that is like you're not allowed to touch it, right? So you have 2 choices in that mode. You got to shoot the orange to step on the rocks as you cross over, or you got green shots, which means you just stepped in an Eternal Bog of Stench.
Right.
So what happens if you shoot a green shot, your score actually stinks. So it goes green, and then it has smell fumes coming off of it for the rest of the game, because you touched the Bog of Eternal Stench. I want the programmer is like, once you've done that and you touch the bog, for the rest of the game, I want every switch to fart. Just to let you know, you screwed up.
Oh,
you know?
my goodness.
But that's the whole point. You got to live the experience, right?
Yes.
So if you do that as a player, you messed up, you should smell for the rest of the game.
Oh, I agree. And so when I get my Grand Champion, will my Grand Champion be green?
Yes.
See, that's cool, because that way I can sit there and have a bloke showing up at my house and go, let's play, and he puts a Grand Champion on there, but I can go,
but you touched the bog.
But it stinks. That's awesome. Well, I'm looking forward to playing a game. We're going to get a chance to actually experience this, and
how
we'll
about
see
I
how
play
we do.
against you?
Let's do it. I'm in.
All right, good deal.
Sounds good.
Please visit our sponsor, Comet Pinball. Comet Pinball has what you need to make your dim machines look better than new. They have the largest selection of bulbs, from the exotic to the mundane, and even their exclusive matrix lighting system, which makes it easy to boldly add lighting where no lighting has gone before. Visit CometPinball.com.
It makes the most sense for you to start because of the fact that you know where the game's going, or do you want to talk me through where I'm going?
All right, I'll tell you what, I'll play first, but I can tell you right now, it's not going to be that great.
Good. I want to be able to say when I get this in my house that
Yeah, we put that on record now?
Yeah, that I played it once. Oh yeah, you can put that on record.
Okay.
That's easy.
Okay, good
Once
deal.
this is in my house, though, I'm going to always be able to say, the first time I played it, I just happened to beat the guy who
That
runs
won't
the
be
company.
hard. So,
Okay.
so strategy-wise, what I'm going to head for right now is I'm going to do a short plunge skill shot. So
Okay.
right there, you see the little worm hiding in there?
Absolutely.
There's a break in the wire form there. So I'm going to go for a decent score by short plunging into there, and I'm going to get ELO skill shot.
That's good.
So that's what I'm going to do. After that, if I want to start any of the 6 modes that you see the light flashing, going from 4 guards, fireys, cleaners, oubliette, and bog.
Yep.
For me to start a mode, I have to spell the word Labyrinth that you see on the back screen there. So basically, you shoot the white arrows to spell Labyrinth. Once I spell that, I can start a mode, which is, you see the horseshoe right there with the wise man? That's a traditional horseshoe. But when I have spelled Labyrinth, there's a diverter behind it that will drop down, and I shoot into it to start the mode.
Holy cow.
Okay?
Let's see.
So that's what I'm going to go for.
I see what you're going for. So,
and the other thing is, on the 6 modes that we got here, we have the Labyrinth on top, the above ground modes, and we have the underground, which is the cleaners, oubliette, and bog. So basically, this will keep rotating around until I plunge the ball into play, and that will allow me to choose which mode I want.
Okay.
Now, if I want to change that, I can also hit change mode, the target right there, if I'm not happy with the choice. That's on the right side of the ramp.
Okay. All right, well, let's see what we got here.
What I'm going to do.
All right, so one of the first things I noticed about this game is, where you were talking about Labyrinth, it has 2 screens, not just one screen. So you have a screen functioning on the bottom and on the top.
Yes.
Now, is that one screen when it thinks about itself as one screen, or is it thinking of itself as 2 separate screens?
So it is physically 2 separate screens, but they're actually connected as one in the software. So basically what will happen is, later on in some of the other modes, when you win an orb, you will get an orb that will appear on the bottom screen, and it actually will float through to the top screen.
Okay.
So when we get further in and you're fighting more goblins, you're actually going to be able to have interaction between the top and the bottom screen.
So that's cool. So something that's happening up here could
can
actually
direct effect up here.
and
vice versa.
travel up top. That's
Absolutely.
awesome.
So right now I have to spell one more letter. And actually while I'm progressing through there, I also can start Brickmaker Multiball. So you see the green flashing lights?
Yes, sir.
As you hit those, you fill those out, you can lock a ball for a Brickmaker Multiball. The first one is going to be on the left orbit. You'll see a small triangle that will light up green. Once I've locked ball one there, the second one will be on the middle ramp, which will be right there, and the third one will be over there. And that will start Brickmaker Multiball.
The amount of details in this game is just amazing.
Well, you also want to collect friends too, because if you're familiar with the film,
Yes.
there's Ludo, Hoggle, and Sir Didymus. So if you want to collect your friends, as you see down here, you see they're color coded. You got yellow, orange, and blue. So on the playfield, what you see is you see orange, yellow, and blue shots. If I hit those, I will find my friends. So that will light them up. And then what I need to do is collect some of their tools. So for example, Hoggle loves killing fairies. So I've got to hit the yellow shot twice, and then I'll get a jackpot, and then I find him. Now the benefit, apart from getting a jackpot from that, if you collect him, as you can see on Labyrinth, it takes one letter to spell it. He moves quicker through the labyrinth. So if you find him, now you get 2 letters every time you hit the white shot, because he's helping you progress through the maze.
He's a helper.
He's a helper. So, and the Sir Didymus, for example, he's very noble. He wants to save people. So there's a little post over here.
Okay.
So if you find him and the ball goes out the lane, that will actually pop up and he will save your ball from draining out.
Okay.
All right, so let's do one more. And I just drained.
All right. Well, that gives me a chance.
There you
here.
go, you got a chance.
All right.
So if you can remember all that, knock yourself out.
Well, and that's the thing I was going to ask about. You know, there's so many things in here. Can I still play the game straight out?
I'm 100%.
Can I still play the game without knowing all the ins and outs?
100%.
Okay.
So there was something that I was, as a kid, when I fell in love with Data East Star Wars, when I got that game, was
The Data East one?
Data East, absolutely.
Okay.
Then it has the Death Star in the right-hand corner.
Of course.
What actually probably made me addicted to pinball was on ball 3, because I didn't know what I was doing except hearing nice sound clips from everything, was on ball 3, the Death Star door opened up and it said, you know, shoot the Death Star. And
Right.
for me, that's what made me put more money into that game. So on this game, if you don't get any multi-ball in this whole game, the Tile Goblin multi-ball that you actually got lit right now, if you haven't started that, if you shoot any of those shots, it would automatically give you that multi-ball.
Okay.
So there's always something to do, even if you don't know you're doing it.
And see, to me, I agree with you.
Oh, you're in the cleaners.
Oh, we're in the cleaners.
So the idea is you got to escape the cleaners, which is a rotating mechanism.
Right.
So you got to shoot the left spinner. Once you hit that once, then you got to hit the right orbit to escape.
Okay. Well, there we go.
All right, you span it a little bit, so that increases your score. Now you want to do the right orbit if you possibly can.
All right, that's amazing.
Very cool.
The video in there, I mean, again, as a fan of the film, this keeps hitting me on every level. It's like going, the sounds which are hard to hear in here are, but seeing the worm pop up like that, that's just awesome.
All right, I'm doing oubliette, so I have to escape the oubliette. This is a very unique skill, because the oubliette in the movie, depending how you put the door up, it actually goes to different places. So the whole point of this mode, and you can see if I can stop the ball. Nope, it's
You're on
coming
ball
back.
safe.
You got to hit each shot twice, because the first door you open is not what you want. The second one is how you escape. So you got to hit each shot in sequence. So right now the horseshoe is flashing. I've hit that once, and now I've got to hit it one more time to complete that. So every purple shot.
The animation was showing me where the stone changed.
Correct.
So it was pointing forward, so that was also giving me a clue this way.
Correct.
That's brilliant.
So the wise man has side quests, so he wants me to shoot 10 targets.
Okay.
If I do 3 quests for him, that will end up being another multi-ball in the game.
Oh, so it's a challenging thing to do, but yet also approachable. That's
Correct.
cool.
The whole point is you're always trying to do as many things as possible, and they're just little side missions that help you get points, but if you stack them correctly, you obviously get really big rewards for it.
Okay.
So actually a good example will show you the friends. So when you find Hoggle first, that's what you get, spell faster. And there's multiple different levels on top of that.
Okay.
And down the middle. I don't like tilting the machine. I just like, I always feel like you've got to be able to control it without too much moving.
Well, and then on top of everything else, this is a pretty game. This powder coating on here is just really beautiful.
Thank you.
And the side work on here is just beautiful. And again, there are people who are topper people.
Yeah.
I'm not necessarily a topper guy, you know, but there's no way in the world I will not own that topper. That is amazing. And so they interact with us, right?
Yeah.
And so as the game's codes progress and stuff like that, they'll be even more chatty and everything like
Absolutely.
that. Absolutely. I love that. A little taunting is always good in our lives. Okay, so I'm getting good at the worm shot.
Yep. You get that left orbit, you can get a multi-ball. Oh, you got the ball. There we go.
Okay, got the wise
So
man.
you can shoot 10 targets and
All
you'll
right.
get rewarded. Oh. All right, ball 1. So the second one's the middle ramp.
Okay.
It's going to come out the ramp.
Oh, look at that. I didn't even see that happening. And that's the cool thing about this game. I mean, I keep finding something that I didn't see before, like that pop-up
All right.
target.
Now there's your third shot's over there, but the ball's coming back out.
So it's coming out from underneath the ramp.
Yeah.
That is amazing. For a game that is talking about a theme about being a labyrinth.
Well, there's goblins in the game. That's what they're doing. Like, say, for example, if you let the game actually, we'll do that right now. If you let the game sit by itself, the goblins will actually come on the screen and they'll be snoring and they might come. So he's already. So they're just talking about, we're actually playing quite good right now. But if you let the game sit with the ball and the shooter rod, you're going to see goblins come up on the screen sleeping.
Really?
So yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, they're gonna taunt. It's like, are you really gonna plunge? You know, that type of stuff. Again, it's all about getting that feedback to the player that they feel like they're achieving something, and if that, you know, making them feel like they're doing something good. And if not, you know, tell them, hey, you can do this better. You know. So
That's really brilliant.
should kick on in 1 second.
Yeah, no problem, no problem. This is a.
So as you can tell, I have not been able to start a multi-ball, so now it's telling me if I hit any of those 3 shots, I will automatically get multi-ball.
Okay, so neither of us have started a multi-ball.
No.
So then it's saying, okay, you're gonna get one. So that's where you go back to
Absolutely.
that, what you learned back in from
The daddies,
the
Star Wars.
daddies, going, okay, use everybody.
There you go. So now I get my multi-ball.
All right.
So this is Brickmaker multi-ball. So they're kind of annoyed at me because I've been putting balls into the little houses.
Okay.
So now that I've shot one of the red shots, I can get a super on that right orbit. So what I want to do, there you go, I've got a ball trap. So that's my super jackpot now. So now if I can hit that, I get my super.
Okay.
Now I
So you
can
hit-
keep doing that, I can do it again. So I've got to hit another red shot to get my, I've got to get my jackpot. All right, now I can get my super again, just like that.
That's brilliant. And in the beginning, when we had 3 multi-balls, if I trapped one, I could leave that there for a bit.
100%.
And that'd be awesome to be
All right,
able to
let's
do.
see if I can hit it. Nope.
And what a great song playing at the same point
Absolutely.
in time. I mean,
all right. I did okay. Okay, so now my ball's gonna out. So
Okay.
because that was trapped. So now I can continue on my way.
That's great. I can't tell you how many times I've had somebody that I'm teaching to play pinball for the first time. They get excited about a multi-ball, and then all 3 balls drain as soon as. But this way, the ball's still there when the
100%.
madness is over. That's again another fun way of looking at everybody who plays this. Now, this theme, from what I've been hearing, has been doing very well with the female market. So my wife, our camera lady Sandy, this was one of the easier games to call up and say, hey, they're making Labyrinth. How was that intentional? Have you noticed that also, that it's been responding well to,
So I honestly, what has made my day is seeing the young people come in to play this game. Like, they're generally excited about the IP. And honestly, I won't say it was part of the design, because when I was looking at all the metrics for the IP, it is a female.
Bob of Eternal Stench. Sorry.
All right, so orange shots.
Orange shots, not green.
Not green.
Not green. There's a lot of green shots.
So your first one's left ramp. I'm
already smelling.
You're already smelling.
Oh.
And you got Multiball. So now you're really in trouble, because you're going to step in the bog. You've made the goblins angry. Oh my goodness.
Everybody's mad now.
All right, you got your super lit. Let's get up in that fork mech. And look at that, you got stinky smells.
Oh, come on. Oh, there's Hoggart holding his nose. That is just. Oh, is there a magnet underneath there?
There is a magnet under the beggar. Hey, Jareth is going to change the game on you.
Oh,
you
my
played too
goodness.
well.
Every time I think I understand what's going to happen in this game, something new pops up. I never expected to see a magnet grab my ball and take it away from the middle.
That's right.
Absolutely brilliant. David,
thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for bringing this to market. Thank you for letting us get access to this. Brilliant. I look forward to seeing this game out in the wild, and I look forward to seeing everything that comes out of Barrel of Fun.
I appreciate it. And I just want to say, it's like, at the end of the day, this hasn't been an easy endeavor, but it's all about passion and about my team. And our team has absolutely knocked it out of the park. I can't be more proud of what we've done. And again, when I see the young people in line looking to play this, that really is what makes it special.
Well, you've had the line all day long. All weekend, all that I've seen is the longest line is waiting to play these games. So clearly they're there. And to talk about your team, their team has been doing a great job the whole time, and they have been truly everywhere doing everything for everybody. So I can understand, if you're working with a team, that's a heck of a team to do it with.
I wouldn't ask for anyone best. Thank you for the support.
Thank you.
Let's go on a road trip with the sun in our face. We have a full tank of gas. We can go any place, north, south, east, west. It doesn't really matter. Leave this town. We can drive forever. It doesn't get any better than this. Yeah. Let's go on a road trip. It doesn't get any better than this. Yeah. Let's go on